So back to Space Engineers. Surviving hell. So we have arrived at the frozen ship, which is a very empty husk of a ship. And we still need to decide what we're going to do with it. So, need to get a better idea on where things are. It might be better to build some engines on it and cut off like the bridge section and just make that a smaller ship. But to do that, we're going to need to make engines. So we're going to need a refinery, mining. We need some mining stuff. We need some refinery stuff. We're going to need a lot of parts and pieces. Cargo containers. There's a lot of things we're going to need. Might be saner to use the weather station as a base of operations. I'm not sure at this point. We need the refiner. I don't know. Industrial refinery, basic refinery, large frame, large. Someone for small frame? No. Let's see here. Right, here we go, assembler. Okay, so apparently there isn't one for a small frame. It's gonna be a problem. Right, so let's go back to this thing real quick. Open. These are some big doors. This thing's huge. It's a huge vehicle. There is a little terminal on the wall over here. So according to this, it's got some cameras, it's got a bunch of batteries, we know where those are. The hangar doors, we know where those are, those are everywhere. So advanced rotors, those are going to be garbage. The wheels are going to be garbage. The hangar doors are just going to be worth scrap. Where are the solar farms? Where's the solar farms? Weather station, outpost. Where's the farm? It's on the front of the ship. Hold on for a moment. Okay. Turn the farms off. Go over there and we'll take a look at those. There they are. they're embedded in the roof. Okay, come on. There we go. These types of builds are like the only way to get around a wreck like this. So there's solar farms here. Now, can we build farms? Yes, we can. So we can build the oxygen farms. That's good. So we can just chop them up, or we can drop them down. Whichever works out better. Still walkways. Bunch of wheels. Let's see now. Hold on. Options. Audio. Music volume can come up. Push to talk. Bud warnings, texture music. Speed-based ship sounds. Enable Doppler. Whatever. You know, I really don't want to hear the constant heavy breathing. So over here there should be some more farms. Down here at the end. Yes. There's a bunch more farms here. Okay. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do. But this upper half here might be something that we could just cut off and attach. Problem we have, big problem we have, isn't its existence or its ability or inability to be detached. It's the engine problem, or rather, lack thereof. Without engines, we're gonna have a hard time getting around. So we're gonna have to keep that into consideration too. However, it does have batteries. Batteries are good. It's got plenty of battery power. What I do want to do here is figure out how deep this goes. Because this might be a good base for our ship to work with. Maybe. Might be useless. It might not be hard, workable. But if it is workable, then starting with the jump drive to build around might not be a bad thing. So we'll work with that as a starting point. And we'll see. We can get it broke free. browsing around it. So we'll see here. And it'll be fun, but just have to dig it out and pray it doesn't squish me. Come on. Okay. So there is still a little bit of there's ice inside of it, so it may not be floatable. It might require, more than I can work with. Which is very likely.
Energy low.
Yes. I mean, I can put a, I can share whatever on there and get power. Not giving me AR. It'll give me power at least. I said it might be saner to, build something from scratch and just take the parts from it. Rather than trying to actually refurbish this thing. Unload my cargo hold. There we go. You have room somewhere. So you take these out.
Inventory full.
This is gonna be a pest. Works for me though. Alright. So coming over here. Let's get rid of that. So if we go to info, it says not possible. And it looks like it's because there's ice inside. Thing. So, yeah. Definitely would be an issue to convert this to a ship. Now, taking the top half and chopping it off would be a different story. And this thing would be a nightmare to move. But, it's a thing. So how much battery power does this have? It's got a lot of batteries. Question is, what can we do for best thing for us to do? We just start over. Build a ship from scratch. What I'm going to need now is an ore finder, an ore detector, and a basic antenna. And then an ore finder. Do. Oh, come on. Get up there. So we need some detector components. And some radar components. Yeah, we got some radar components. Steel tubes, computers, and then detector components. How do I build detector components? Tubes. Computers. Okay, that gives us an antenna. Basic assembler. I guess. Large frame only. Yeah. They're large frame only. What we can do here is borrow this building. I don't know if we can get components, but we can do what we need about that. So using this particular building, I don't think I got enough computers. Holy cow. That's a lot of computers. Let me bring this shop closer. Oh, no, you don't. Stabilizer. There we go. Computers. There we go. Now, from here, we have access to the basic assembler. So to make what we need one detector component. I'm going to need some iron and some nickel. medical components would be a good choice. I have 3 medical components right here. So if we shove medical components in, and we say production, disassemble medical components, that might give me enough to build my 1 detector that I need. There we go. Easy peasy. So now we have an ore detector. And we have menu. The ore detector. Okay. So, yep. Okay, ore detector is working. I have ice. Now, in order to make this work, we're going to need a cargo container. So I need to build a few things. Large cargo container is going to require a lot of grids, 24 grids. I don't have medium. Medium is... I don't have a medium, just large. I have small and I have large. Alright, so how many grids do we have? Do we have grids? Do I have 24 grids? I don't know. Yes, I do. Okay, so we have enough grids to build a large cargo container. Alright. I guess that's what we'll do then. Give me a large cargo container. Right there. Interesting. Where I can build is kind of wonky. It's fine. I'll just build off grid. Just it's not letting me build in a place that makes sense, so we'll just have to do this the hard way. Come on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this, and we're gonna put a interior plates are gonna be a pest. Don't need those. Alright. Nope, it's in the back. It's back here. There we go. So that should take care of that. Now we can go back over here. We'll deposit everything. So I need the metal grids. Where's the grids? It's like 36 somewhere. So I need the grids, and I needed tubes. Tubes. Just a little. We're just a little too far out of alignment, but okay. Here we go. There we go. Now, to make this work, we don't really need this anymore. All we need is a I need a few plates. I'm building this one because it gives me easier access. It's easier to work with. There. Now, for the ship, we're going to need a connector. Give me a connector. Nope, not the parts I need. No, I need that one. I don't know if we're going to be able to really get this thing associated with it, but it's fine. We just have to get the ship to be able to lock to it. There. I just need one. Turn the brake off. Actually, mine might be the better choice. Just make it airborne. Because it's going to be a pest. But if we can get this thing moving, we'll be good to go. Looks like we can get a lock. Connector opens the aft connector. Lock. Let me guess. If I lift her up, it'll think. There we go. And 8. Engines off. Beautiful. Now, we go to the ship. My large cargo container. And then from this ship, we're just going to push everything in. Yes. I want to push everything in. Because I don't really need a lot of it. only about half of my cargo containers can actually get to it. That's the symbol. I don't care what the symbol. That's one of the problems that we have. Is that a lot of these things will go through small tubes, so I can't access a lot of the stuff. It's fine. The trick here is just getting as much of it out as I can, and now track down the rest of it. Alright, so we're through that. You have nothing. You have nothing. I mean, it's one of those things that it took a while to build this ramshackle mess. So, getting it basically de-nerfed is going to take a bit. But it's okay. And my oxygen tank is a little low. So we're going to have to... Anyway, I have a table. Fill it up. Thank you. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to get all this stuff out of here. So we can put it in this container. I think I have one of the mods I have has like a quick load, quick drop. But I don't remember which key it is. So, and because my lovely setup here is not sane, it's just going to take us a little bit. Now, once we get this all straightened out, I'll actually fix our thruster problem. And then we'll be able to do a little more. Drop that. So we get a little more per walk. That's it. I can at least unload that way. Okay. We're doing good though. So, we're fine. It's just a matter of getting everything emptied out. Which medium container is that? Is that this one? Yeah. So, if we go to what's in here, we're going to unload everything into the large cargo and call it a day. Anything else needs to get unloaded? No, we're good. So I think we need to make sure is we have some ice in the let's say the front connector. 10K of ice, and we'll put some ice in the top connector. That gives us 20k of ice. No, I only need 10k of ice. Because I've got ice everywhere, so. I really don't need ice. Alright. Now from there, we can drop the chassis and connector. I need there we go. Pull this forward just a little bit. Now, from here, we're going to grab the thrusters we need. Atmospheric thrusters. No, I need the small ones. Yes, small atmospheric thrusters. And now we can build out some more of what we need here. I have no motors. Really? Of course not. Motors. No, not 100. I need like 10. There we go. 10 motors would be fine. 20 motors if we can. And then go ahead and pull those out. Yay, okay. Oh. We need more motors. So what do we need for motors? Nickel and iron. What has nickel and iron in it under disassembly? I can't do the grids. I mean, I could do grids if I had to. Medical components are probably the best choice, to be honest. Because I don't really need medical components, and we can get more of them. Over the other place. There they are. And production, disassembly, say all of them. And then assembly, make some more motors. Sweet. This will work. Just need the motors. Once these are done, we'll be good. That'll take a minute. However, for up thrust, it wouldn't be a bad idea if we had 2 more up thrust engines. So putting one there on each side wouldn't be a bad idea. Well, that's an issue. They're actually short engines. Sure. disassemble that. And then assemble all the motors. We need more nickel though. That's silicon. Ugh. There we go. Let's do 30. Yes, please. Can't withdraw 16 motors. Fine. It's gonna take so many motors to make. I swear. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I need to get some Ford slow down engines though. So we're short those. What are we short? Iron. So we have some nickel, we're just short the iron. Well, that would be interior plates. And yeah, that'll work. It's fine, it can take down 100 VH. I can work with that. Because that'll get us our motors that we need. Yes, please. Because we need these motors. Oh no. I'm stuck. Oh, that was bad. No. Getting us to slow down. Is the trick. Because from here we can do. Just give me. That's fine. They can stick out a little bit. I don't care. I'm not too picky about these. But we're going to need to get all the parts that we can for them. Yes, this is simply your iron. This is where having multiple assemblers and disassemblers is useful. Because it allows you to actually do like one disassembly job and one assembly job at the same time. But it's okay. And then over here is some motors. Wait for the motors to finish building. And that would be good to go. Because I'll have some more up thrust, forward thrust, back thrust. It needs the motors. always short iron. Thankfully, iron is really cheap to get a hold of because this whole ship is iron and we can just burn the whole thing down if we absolutely had to. It'd be easier if we had a disassembly ship, but considering how much I'm struggling just to get the parts I need to have this ship be useful, it's going to take a while. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go out and find ourselves an iron deposit, a nickel deposit, we need a refiner too. Basic refinery. Do I have 20 grids? I don't have the 1,000 steel plate, I'm sure. No. Yeah, I don't have the cobalt. So 20 grids would be out of the question. But a basic refinery doesn't require that. Huh? You need steel plate. Yes. There you go. Oh, basic steel plates. And there. There we go. So that'll give me a refinery if you want to get back with ores.
Energy low.
Okay. And then we just need to swap out. I don't have an oxygen tank. I need the tanks and stuff. Okay, so oxygen tanks. Oxygen tanks can go in the oxygen tank. Not tank guys. But hydrogen tank has to go over here because we need to have access to the generator because it's the only place I can generate hydrogen. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. There we go. Now, basic refinery. And the refinery will do its thing. So if I throw ore in there, it'll do its thing. Not a problem. So we need I need a lot of Looks like we're gonna have enough to make all the motors we need. And then we can get these engines back up and running. We'll be good to go. Atmospheric thruster, yes. Now, let's get the stall thrusters active. Because these are the most important ones. And these take grids too, so gotta be careful with a lot of cobalt. I don't have the grids, I don't have the cobalt. We're short the motors. It's the big thing we're short here. So we got our front thrusters, we got our rear thrusters, so we can move a little more efficiently. That gives us all the down thrusters we're supposed to have. Alright. Can't withdraw motors. We need everything but the motors, so. I know. Just make what you can. And I'll just get what I need out of here. I need 3 grids. I need 3 large tubes, some small tubes, some metal plates, and I need, what do I need? Other than the motors. I think computers. That's what I need. Make these work. Oh, construction components. Duh. I forgot the screws. I always forget the nuts and screws. There we go. And then we can do this one. Alright. That gives us all the thrusters we need. Now, just have to get everything configured and we should be good to go. Now, okay. Give me the amateur thrusters. Let's get all of the new thrusters in the group. So everybody's complete. And the right and left thrusters are not. I do want to put some more gyros on this thing now. Could use a few more gyros. Because, you know. It's definitely a problem that we have. It's a big vehicle, it's got a lot of weight. It doesn't turn very well. But adding 4 more gyros will give us more flexibility. It's fine. Only need 4 gyros. I don't need anything else out of that. Nope. There we go. we are good to go. Ship is operational. GPS, current position, frozen ship. Nice. Call that home for now. So thrusters are running at optimal speeds. What's over there? Oh, that's another beacon. This has got 2 beacons on it. Now we do have the weather station. It's got more parts that we could use. But what we're looking for is we're actually looking for resources that we can mine. It's not ice. Wait, nickel. We got a nickel spot right over here. That is advantageous. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Nickel, silicon, magnesium, iron. This might not be as bad as I thought. Honestly. Because we got iron, silicon. There's magnesium and nickel down here. Alright, so let's go for the... Oh. I guess we'll have that silicon first. So that we can start doing something here. And because we do have a lot of ore in this thing. That's silicon, right? Nickel. Ah, the nickel. The nickel's on the surface. So now you just need to mine out the nickel.
Inventory full.
It's a start. Yeah. And even the regolith has uses, so. Because the regolith in this game can be used for other things. Because it, refines down to other random ores. Now, the
Inventory full.
ice. I may eject the ice. Because we really don't need the ice. If the ice is in the way, I'll eject it. Because we can get a ton of nickel, iron, silicon right here. Because we need all of that.
Inventory full.
Because we gotta make thrusters and motors and whatnot. So, and it's an issue. It's definitely a problem. I'm gonna drill towards that silicon. But I don't want to right click because that'll destroy the nickel. We need the nickel.
Inventory full.
They gave you the resources you needed. I do like that. Because I did not go far from there before I started finding like everything I need. So, it is an advantage there. Whoever designed this one actually did set you up for success. Which is good. It is a little annoying because the ship is way more damaged than I would have hoped. But, you know.
Inventory full.
It's fine. We'll survive. Yeah, we'll get through it. If I could actually... Once I get the materials, I'll be able to make like a mining ship or something. And that'll be useful.
Inventory full.
But this idea of having to do all this work is a nuisance. But considering we have lots of containers, yeah, with the ice, not in the medium containers. Where can I put that ice? Because the ocean generator is full. Both generators are full of ice. I have 2 containers full of ice. Should I put it? No. Fabricate won't take it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Can the survival kit? No, I can't. Okay. Here we go. Let's put this back on the connector. That way we're leaving the... Okay. Okay, let's see what we're working with here. So I got enough of that. The ice, not a big deal. Now in this particular adventure, I haven't gotten any unknowns. I haven't needed them. I think I got one like
Inventory full.
right at the beginning of this adventure, but the unknown signals really are what we need right now. You know, we're only going after what we need when we need it. And I really don't need unknown signals. Oh, don't get me wrong, they are useful. They sometimes have some really good stuff in them. But considering we're not in a full salvage survival mode like we were in our previous adventures,
Inventory full.
it's not as critical. I don't need the ice. God, I don't need the ice. I have plenty of ice on this planet. Definitely don't need the ice. Hell, I might even put an ejector on the thing when I do a miner on this planet to eject ice, kind of like you would for regolith.
Inventory full.
Drop the ice. Because I really don't want to fill up the system with ice. Now we need everything else right now. I mean, I'm on an ice planet. I got plenty of ice. I throw away ice that gets despawned. I'm not concerned. Because we don't really need it.
Full. Inventory full.
Okay. But what we do need is the rest of the stuff. Don't need the ice. Alright. I want to get a full personal load of silicon here. And it'll be fine. We'll get it. And then we'll go after,
Inventory full.
what is it? Iron. It's also here too. Also some magnesium. So. And that's fine. We don't need the magnesium, so. At the moment, we don't need that. I'm not making ammunition.
Inventory full.
But we'll get through it. Alright, go down, grab what's on the ground here, and then I'll take over that iron deposit. Because we're gonna need some more iron.
Energy low.
Oh, well, let's go ahead and unload and grab some energy. As well as some air. And now we got it. This thing has an insane cargo capacity for a small ship. You don't normally have, what is it, 5 medium cargo containers on a small ship. I mean, you might have a large or two, maybe. But we really do have a lot of cargo on this thing.
Inventory full.
Which is great because it allows us to do stuff like this. And be able to make a lot of resources really quickly.
Inventory full.
Because I keep grabbing all that ice. If I get down to the iron deposit, it'll be good. We'll get a lot more iron and less ice. But until then,
Inventory full.
we just have to keep checking out the ice. And picking up the iron. So we have iron, we have silicon, we have nickel, This spot has some magnesium, which we don't really need. What we do need is some cobalt. Not necessarily something we can get on this planet. Cute.
Inventory full.
But we'll be okay. So now, once we have the resources we need, we'll then be able to
Inventory full.
start trying to figure out how we're going to get off this planet. Now, how we're going to do that without cobalt, I'm not sure. Because memory serves. Hydrogen thrusters require grids. Yeah. And grids require cobalt. So I'm not sure how we're going to get the cobalt we need. So hopefully there's a cobalt deposit somewhere on this planet. Now this iron that we picked up
Inventory full.
is not going to be enough to get a large ship off the ground. But it will be enough to get us started at least. Because we're going to have to build ourselves
Inventory full.
some hydrogen thrusters, some atmospheric thrusters,
Inventory full.
get rid of the ice. There we go. So that gives us a nice batch of iron. So I don't need the magnesium. That gives us 2,000 iron, 5,000 nickel, 6,000 nickel, 3,000 silicon. That sounds good. I want another load of iron though. And then we need to go find ourselves some cobalt. It'll be okay. If we can find a cobalt, we'll be fine.
Inventory full.
Because that's going to be the one thing we're going to have trouble finding. I pretty much will guarantee it. And we're not going to be able to get ourselves airborne without hydrogen thrusters
Inventory full.
or ion thrusters. And the problem is ion thrusters require things we can't get on this planet. More than likely. Because I think they require silver,
Inventory full.
which we have a little, but it's not going to be enough. That's what I'm saying. Even if we didn't have some, it's not going to be enough to get us off the planet.
Inventory full.
Ice, get rid of that. We have to figure out how we're gonna get off the planet.
Inventory full.
Which means probably it's gonna be ice, iron. There we go. It's 2 loads of iron. Don't need a lot of magnesium. I'm not making ammunition right now. So that's actually good. Let's get started. But let's see. Okay. Turn engines on. Turn engines on. Get us in the air a little bit. We'll actually go towards that unknown signal. Because who knows? That might actually have something useful. Nearby. Not that I can see. I swear. This is terrible. I mean, I don't have, you know, a lot of things that I need here. Go up, slow us down. I forgot, I have the speed limiters turned off. Doing this without a flying ship would be a pain in the butt. Oh my god, I don't even know how you would do this. This planet without something that flies would be like impossible. That's why I had to build a flying ship. Because otherwise you were just not going to make it. Thankfully, I'm flying a cigar tube. And being it's a cigar tube, oh yeah, those extra gyros made a huge difference. It's really easy to work with. I'm not caring about the unknown signal. What I'm caring about is what's under the surface. Some silicon over here. Silicon with some iron as well. Not useful. But looking to see if we can find some cobalt. Now, what I might have to do is I might have to go back to some of the other areas to try and find cobalt. Even in small quantities. From, salvaging stuff, finding grids or whatever we can find at the other locations. That might be the only way to do it. Nickel, magnesium, iron, And unfortunately, we don't have a lot of battery power in this thing. I mean, we do have some solar panels on top. They're not great. I could add to them. Would probably be a good idea. Because then we'll have some more power to work with. But dealing with this particular planet, I mean, oof. Not high enough. We're just trying to find nickel, magnesium, silicon, iron. Looks like we're not going to have any cobalt. Well, how are we supposed to get into space without hydrogen thrusters? Not sure. I mean, I could retrofit this thing for space travel. That would be a possible action. But I do have that one pressurizable room. I just have to add in the a cockpit with tubing to it, so that I have air and we're not going into the cockpit. So it looks like we're just gonna have to deal with what we got. Not fun. Come on. And like the large tubes and whatnot, and the tires and stuff. We can actually get rid of those. And 8. Now we can unload everything. Now, if we look at... the road's already been sucked out. Sweet. Physical fire's already going. Okay. So, if we want to build grids, we're going to need cobalt. Okay. So, hydrogen thrusters require metal grids. That's a problem, because that needs cobalt. The ion thrusters require thruster components, which I believe takes silver. Let's have a look at that. I can't do thruster components in my current assembler. I have a basic assembler and an advanced assembler. Right. So if I put a that requires 10 grids for an industrial assembler. Requires 10 grids for standard. So do we have grids? I've got the grids. I could build an assembler. I could do an assembler. What's an industrial assembler look like? Oh, industrial assemblers can take modules. Okay, well, let's put the assembler next to that. Which is fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that?
Inventory full.
I don't know. I just need like a bunch of parts. That's all. It's just a matter of just getting the parts that I need. That's all. I just need some motors. I need more computers. So production, assembly, motors. And then we need computers. There's the computers. Okay. Hopefully we got enough. Nope, we're short computers and motors. It's fine. I got the parts to make computers, I think. Silicon? The refiner should be chewing through. That, let's see, refiner. Yeah, it's working. It's working on the nickel and the... There we go. Let's do that first. I don't have enough nickel for now. We only have the one refinery, so it's gonna take a while. But if I can get my computers out of it first. There's my motors and 40 computers. With this, we'll be able to actually use a few more things. So now, production-wise, we can build everything. Thruster components. Gold and platinum. Nope, we're done. So without cobalt, it'll be impossible to get off the planet. That's terrible. Alright, so 9, 8. Alright, so I guess we'll go back to the weather station. And we'll just weather station clean. Oh wait, unknown signal. It's actually pretty close this time. Because the frozen ship, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take that top portion and make that mobile. Get ourselves a couple of thrusters for it. Oh, move. I went way too fast. Gotta be careful about that speed limit. It will let me go insane speeds. Because I think the speed limit's turned off on everything. Which doesn't bother me any. But it does mean I have to be careful. I believe that's... Is that brick a cobalt brick? We got kids' pajamas. Don't need that. Red small battery. I do want that thruster though. That's computers. We need that. Parachute's got computers in it. We'll take that. The antenna has got parts that we can use. And then this here. I don't need space credits. They're really not that useful. The iron, don't really need the iron plates. So, we're not salvaging that hard. I am interested in what that boulder is. Let me take the ship down because if it's something useful, we're just going to want to mine it, so. Nickel, ice. Please tell me it's not ice. Please tell me it's silicon, magnesium, cobalt bolter. And that saves the die. One cobalt boulder. So that gives us everything we need to get off the planet. We just have to mine it all. So it also means we can build a mining ship pretty easily.
Inventory full.
because with a mining ship, we'd be able to just do a plunge dive and just dig up all the resources. But we gotta get enough pull it together for it. Not a big deal. It's actually made really easy since we have a boulder. Oh. Why did it tell me my oxygen? Jeez. It didn't tell me to say oxygen low or anything. It's so annoying when it does that. Get my eyes. Those eyes, I thought it took my head off. You know, if you do the helmet off thing, it does that. But it's okay.
Inventory full.
And nice. Yeah, let's see here. Any more up here? No? Okay. It's fine. We'll get through it.
Inventory full.
It's just getting a hold of everything that we're missing. That's ice. That's ice. That's ice. That's not ice. Yeah, it's a lot of ice. It's okay. The big trick is just getting the cobalt inside the ice. And if you dig a little hole in the center,
Inventory full.
it's a little easier to deal with. And if you lose some, it's not a big deal, because there is a lot of cobalt here. And I'm gonna take the whole boulder because you know we're gonna need a lot.
Inventory full.
It's kind of an issue. Right. That's ice. That's ice. That's ice. Give me all that stuff. You see me get a dent. Well, it's one of the best ways to do it, actually. Alright. There we go. Drop the ice. There we go. Cobalt away. Make sure everything I put away. I don't need like all the repair tools and stuff. Right now. Right now I just need the drill. So we can get the cobalt. Well, now that we have cobalt, we have iron nearby, we have cobalt nearby. Everything we need. We'll be able to make what we need. It's gonna take a while
Inventory full.
because we have to manufacture. Well, we have to manufacture it all. But two, we're gonna have to sit there and build a lot of parts. And now to build a lot of parts, we have to build, you know, big ones. So we'll need hydrogen thrusters, atmospheric thrusters. Actually, I might just do a whole hydrogen build for the cap ship. And then just give it, like, you know, insane cargo capacity. And use a plunge miner system on it.
Inventory full.
Because you're just something the size of the Paris class. And then,
Inventory full. Inventory full.
give it like 5 large cargo containers. With some sorters. You'll be able to do some crazy ass stuff. It's like you put 4 or 5 large
Inventory full.
cargo containers, and then like one of them that's like dedicated for ice. Yeah, if we build a plunge miner,
Inventory full.
that would do sufficient work here. I would think.
Inventory full.
Alright. Getting there. How much do we have now? Ice. 11,000 cobalt. That would be sufficient, I would think. At least for right now. And now we know where the cobalt is. It's in the rocks. Yeah, that's fine. So we can take this back. We can unload everything. And then we can go from there. Because we're going to need to make I'm thinking about using that upper section. We're going to have to move the batteries up there somehow. That's going to be tricky. I think that's going to be tricky. Oh my gosh, I can't see anything in the snow. It's terrible. I do apologize that we have abhorrent weather. But to there on the ship, we'll be fine. So what I'm going to do is we're actually going to get all this ore processing. And then we'll take a look. At the, what we can do with this ship. It's terrible. Alright, here we go. Uh-huh. There we go. 8. There we go. Let's get the ore into the refinery. Right. Refinery is chugging along more. Cool. Well, at least it's chugging. How's our power doing? I don't have a seat on here. Cockpit for a large ship. That'll work. Okay. Oh, that'll work. It's about grits. What? Get rid of the milk grids. Interior points. Seems to get confused sometimes. Oh. I don't have any interior points. Okay. Now we can get interior points. Sweet. Now where's that helmet? Why can't I install the helm? Oh, that'll work. I said steel plate, please. Oh, I took all of my tools out. Because I did, yeah. That was mining. Alright, here we go. Now we have a console. Now, according to this, even with everything running, we have 4 days of power. So that's going to work for us. Now, if we decide to take that upper part of the ship, I'm going to need a way up. Like, that's near here. This helm's only a temporary thing. Excuse me.
Inventory full.
Okay. Ew, that's bad.
Inventory full.
Man, this is gonna stink. I always hate not being able to use. Where do those bits go? We lost some interior plates. I don't know where they went. I saw them bounce, but I don't know where they went to. Oh well. It's fine. We'll just dig through the wall here. And just tear us all the way up to the top. There. So we get rid of this right here. There. Now we can get up. So this section here. Up here. Would be a good thing to do. Now, the batteries are all back here. This section over here. And that section over there. The oxygen generators are all in the front. So that would be a pain in the butt to move everything around. But if we used a crane, on this thing, or maybe a couple of cranes, we'd be able to do it. Question is, where do you want to do the cut line? That's the question. Where to do the cut line? Because without a cut line, we're not going to be able to I didn't grab a second drink, so let me get some air. I'll go up to my little cabin up here. I can't. Now I thought a little bridge. And then I will close the door. And we'll sit in here for a few seconds. And I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Now, What I wanted to do is I wanted to check out every part of this frozen ship. Because I'm thinking just taking this upper portion might be just a good idea. And then just burn down the rest of it. But what I don't know is... Okay, this is a section just below this that we don't have. Okay, that's a fall. Right, let me go into this lower half. Because it looks like this section here may or may not. Oh! Alright. So... that would be like that whole section there. And this thing would be amazing if you could actually pull it out of the ice. This was like at a rock wall or something. It'd be beautiful. Alright, so since we don't have the ability to do this, what I want to do is let's go over to our front where we cut that hole. Which is here. And I'm going to go ahead and detach this. Now I'm not detaching the whole thing. I'm just going to take this section here and attach it. We'll attach the rest of it in a minute. But one of the things we have to do is get this whole thing sorted out. And to do that, we kind of need to know what's where. Those are batteries. That's a battery bank. Okay, that's going to be a problem. So we're going to put that battery bank up there somehow. Because if we tear out the battery banks, we're just going to lose all the power. We'll lose all the power cells. We don't want to do that. This is where the gun was. The Paris had a rail gun. Which is cool and all, but it's not exactly useful for our purposes.
Inventory full.
Of course it is.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory.
I know the inventory is full.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
That's gonna hurt. So there's that battery line. Yeah. So what I'm thinking about getting those batteries using a short crane to get the batteries back up into the position that I want them in. Detaching as a collection. And then pick them up. Well, maybe we get those parts. Is that everything? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Alright. So, what we can do is we'll rearrange all this. Now, our baseline is this is our floor here. Or our floor would be. We need to get those batteries up here. What we're going to need to do is we need to get all this pulled together. Alright. So let's go unload. Oh no, I'm going down. I'm going down hard. Ow. That's gonna hurt. It's fine. It's fine. So we're going to first detach most of this cruiser. Upper half. So that we can work with it. I'm going to leave that section there. I'm going to remove this stuff back here. Those batteries. I don't know what we're going to do with those. I'm thinking what we might do with the batteries is put them on a hinge. So I take a hinge, mount it, say, up here at the ceiling, come down, attach it to this first battery, cut out everything around all the batteries, and then lift the hinge up. Yeah, have it attached, like, say, right here in the battery. Go straight up to the battery. And then hinge it up. And then reseal it to the ceiling. That would at least be something. Since this is supposed to be, like, the floor somewhere around here. I think that would work. Other problems we have is okay, so we need to come out to here. Because we want to come out to this section. That'd be a good spot. There you go. Look. So we'll cut out the ship. We'll leave a couple of key points in place. So that we have access to all the batteries. The issue we're going to have is, while we do have lots of batteries on board, we're going to need to get all the batteries on board. And it's a lot of batteries. So it's going to be a chore. It's going to be a lot of crane work, so that we can, take them up in chunks, manipulate them, and then install them. It's going to be the same thing with the hyperdrive. We're going to have to bring that up, manipulate it, put it in place. Positive note, it's not going to be too bad to buy to dismantle this thing. Because we gotta get this thing detached.
Inventory full.
But positive note, it's not gonna be too bad, I don't think. I really don't think it's gonna be too bad. I did this on a different ship. Not at this scale. Hold on. I'm gonna need like 4,000 motors. Ow. I only need like 4,000 motors. That's gonna be a chore. I can see if I have the materials for it though. Because what we're gonna need is 4,000 motors and a bunch of grids. So yeah, 1,000 motors, 200 grids. Because I don't want to do that. I want to fill up the large cargo container. Oh, I got plenty of them. Never mind. We know we need at least 4,000 motors. We do know that. Because I'm going to need 4 large atmospheric thrusters to be able to maneuver this thing. And that's conservatively what we're going to need. A very conservative perspective. Okay, here we go. I just want to make sure there's no points connecting. But I don't want them to connect. So I want them to connect up here at the front. I want that to connect, at least to those batteries. I want this to connect at the back. At least, temporarily. but I don't want the connections to be in the way. Okay, so that brings us back to the tail end of the ship, and this is the cutoff zone here. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to put a scaffold right there. That way I can't accidentally screw up the rear end of the ship. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the floor in. At some point. And it's just going to be a flat bottom boat. At least for now, anyway. It's chugging along. Making my motors. We'll be good. I don't know. I'll have to go get more iron or whatever for steel plate. Well, I have the steel plates. I'm harvesting it now. So the iron really isn't the problem. That's not really the issue. Because I said this section here. There we go. It has got to go. Because we're going to have to disassemble this from over here. There we go. I think that's holding this section up as a scaffolding. And since Space Engineers doesn't care about weight, what do they like about Space Engineers? It doesn't care about physics. Which actually is a good thing. How's it going? Oh god, no, not one of you. Never mind. You are... How do I... where is it? Report. Black user. Goodbye. Yeah, no, it's gone. It's dead. Alright. I wish I actually had somebody worth talking to. But it wasn't. Oh, we're getting there. Good. So... I can keep that one.
Inventory full.
Oops, never mind. Because I need to get this down. So then we'll get, once we get this, disassembled to some degree. We'll get the floor replaced. then we'll, once the floor is replaced, and we get the components we can get in there, what we got?
Energy low.
Practic energy was down there. Survival kit. Was I destroyed all those med things, but what I do have is back at the weather station. We have another one of those pods. And if we move that pod with a few thrusters into the ship, it'll take care of our health for a while. We'll be able to use that for health, oxygen, and so on. Lost it. Thanks. See, these have a lot of parts. A lot of parts. A lot of good parts. We just have to get this up and running. We're getting there. I mean, I can go from here. It's not a big deal. The big deal is just getting this thing off the ground. It's gonna take a bit. And this may not be a symmetrical cut for our ship, but we're going to take it as it comes. So we're just trying to get a nice cut here. We don't care if it's symmetrical. We don't care if it's the best cut. I'm just trying to get this thing detached. Or in a position that we can attach it. So, I need to go unload. I'm not exactly sure where the line's supposed to be on the other side at the moment. What I do know is we have useful materials. Alright, so the line that I'm currently cutting may not be the one that's good. It's supposed to be in the second. Oh. Wherever that is. What I'm cutting over there is this line here. So this is the line we're cutting on the other side. Not that big of a deal. And odds are I'm gonna drop stuff. Why would we cut that line? You sure it's that line? Yeah, I cut that little bit off. Then you compare it up. That slants against the frame. What's here? Hold that thought. Let me put in some scaffolds. So that when we break this free, it's not going to just terrorize me. Because we gotta take all this out. Then I gotta take the next row below me out. There we go. I said scaffolds in this game are, you know, strong as hell. They don't break or corrode. The thing I like about some of the other games, like Empyrean or whatever, because they actually look at weight. You know, Minecraft looks at perceived weight. You know, you have to have X number of. You have to have a support every, 10 or 15 blocks, whatever it is. Because you have to have that support every few blocks. Your structures are designed a little differently. And things like what I'm doing right now are not as easy.
Energy low.
It's just not as easy to do. It's possible, it's annoying, but you gotta get a little more creative. In our case, we don't care. That good? That's good. All right. Now, on the other side, I believe we trimmed that baseline. So let me go get some power, and then we can check. Get some power, get some air. That's gonna matter. We're not gonna get this finished today. We'll probably finish cutting this out today, but I'm not gonna finish getting it up in operation today. That's not gonna be a thing. Yeah, so we cut off at the floor, at the ground level. We just cut the whole thing out. Got it. That's what I thought. We've got a scaffold in the back. I just fell to the ground. I didn't take any damage though. That's crazy. There are a couple of these blocks that I dropped though. Let's get them picked up. Now what I might do is build a salvage ship. Once we have this thing that attached and we actually have all of the components we need for it. And the salvage ship can carry and lift the components around. so I don't have to worry about, you know, doing it by crane or whatever. That's a huge boon. Now I'll have to build some better functions here. But we'll do it. It'll be a mess, but we'll get it. Looks like we're gonna get this thing attached today. Or rather, detachable today. I'm gonna have to build a salvager, lifter, grinder job. Because we're going to want to collect most of these materials anyway. We're going to need them. You come out. You can be an attachment point. When I go to detach this thing and actually make it free floating, I'm not going to want any potential attachment points being in the way. So that'll be an issue. There we go. God, this is a lot of grinding. But it's what we decided to do, so. Now, give me a scaffold. There. I'm gonna take this. Down this way. Because we're going to want to know where the bottom is. Because in some cases we're going to need to move stuff in here. Like those batteries. I need to bring them up and get them in here somewhere. And I'm going to need to know where to put the engines and stuff. Now we do have this gap here I need to worry about. Because we don't have anything in the middle here for me to work with. From a floor perspective. And this is fine. I can work with this. that in place, I can cut a door in. There we go. Because at some point we're also going to need to put in landing gear. We're going to need to put in docking bays, and so on and so forth. And these scaffolds will go to give us a nice foundation of where we think the bottom of the ship's going to be. Not necessarily making it the bottom of the ship, but giving us a position to consider where we want the bottom to be. There. Now we're just gonna get ourselves some more power. So we're getting there. We're gonna need to put in some more scaffolding. We'll need to figure out where we're gonna put the engines. And so we're gonna have 4 large atmospheric engines. Where they're gonna go, I'm not exactly sure yet. We also need to put in an area for this thing to dock. There we go. And go from there. Okay. So if we take a look at it from this side, we can fill in some gaps. That works for that. Of course I fell down. Because I wasn't paying attention to where I was walking. But we'll soon have I've got to fill some of these holes. Once I have this thing figured out what the interior is going to look like, or once I get the exterior base here. Like in this case here, I'm going to plug holes with scaffolds. And then we're going to just work our way through. Because, you know, we do kind of need to put something down here so that we can actually work on this thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of these areas might overlap a little bit. Like this one here is down one more floor from where I am now. And that might actually be a better position to move everything down one. Actually, I kind of like that. But we're not going to deal with it for the moment. For the moment, we're just going to leave it. And what I want is to get, you know, some base scaffolding in so that I can try to get some walkways. Like this piece here? It can go. There we go. Because it's a little walkway going around. I don't have one on this end, but we can build one in. Just have to get over here, bottom. There we go. There. Now we have a walkway. It's not connected. I did take these two out. To make that simplified. And lo and behold, we now have something useful. Now, from our position here, we want to take out this roof. I don't know what's up here. Because we want to actually make it blend in. Okay, so that takes us into the cockpit area. So look at this. It gives us a hole cut out right there. So that gives us this area. We'll be able to cut out the floor. I can work with that. Making this like the bridge / industrial area? Maybe? Okay, I can work with that though. We could make that our industrial area. Oh my goodness. I love it. Don't take much damage. Okay, so big things we need to worry about is getting the oxygen generators on board. Getting the batteries on board. Moving the refiners and assemblers on board. And figure out where we're going to put the thrusters. Oh wait, I need whatever it is to make large atmospheric thrusters. I need large atmospheric thrusters. if those actually give us anything. Okay, so large atmospheric thruster takes 1,000 motors and 40 grads. The sci-fi one, the large sci-fi one, is 1,000 motors and 40 grads. So let's use the sci-fi one. That looks like it might be fun. We see if we're going to put 4 of them. Because that's what's going to matter. We need at least 4. Now, oh, I don't have any steel plates. What do I need for these things? Steel plates? Okay, cool. Now, on this thing, here's where we punched through here. And what is this? Light armor blocks. So there's some what are those? Conveyor junctions. These are blast doors. Okay, well, you're a statics, so don't care about statics at the moment. You're a beacon, you're fine. The front end of this, I think, is going to get completely chopped out and have it turned into a flight bay. For my lights. So, what I want to do, I think, is figure out where we want to put things. Because, like, I'm thinking we're going to cut this area out. And because we're going to cut this area out, this is going to be like a nice industrial zone. But the thrusters, though, I need thrusters on the ship. I'm going to need 2 in the rear and 2 in the front. But I'm thinking what I might want to do. These are flight ports. Let's not do that. Right here. That's a good spot. I like that spot. And the rear, I'm thinking right here. Right in front of that bay. Not there now. Yeah, that's it. So I want to level with this little window here. And that bay. Just need to get this in position because That's actually where I want it. Why? Is that in the way? That I wouldn't place there? Right. And it should have one off the base here. Yep, one off the base. Cool. Now going to the front. We just need to put in one more right. Yeah, that's it. Now I'll take care of the thrusters. That gives me thruster placement. I don't know if 4 thrusters is actually going to be enough. See, we might actually need 6. Let's get 4 built and find out. And then also the inside. Hold on, I'm getting tired of jumping over these damn things. I really am. It's getting annoying. Alright. Let's go in and weld some plates. Actually, what? If we just do that, that'll get rid of a lot of it. Now, if we just take this one out temporarily, should be able to reach that as well. Right, there we go. And we'll just put a stone right there. There. Now from here, we can do our grinding for what's above us. And this room will become like our industrial floor. Which will make it really easy because we can put cargo containers down here. We can put engines down here. We can put a lot of stuff down here. Not engines, but we can put the
Energy low.
we can put the cargo connectors down here. And we can put in the refiners and the assemblers and stuff. It's like the refiner we can put in there. We can set it up so that we can put, because it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got 4 points that you can put stuff in around it. So we could put the refiner down there. Or and then put efficiency modules on them. Assuming we can actually get a hold of efficiency modules.
Inventory full.
It's fine. It's fine. Because this is the floor. We just have to weld it up. So. And no, I'm not even welding it up. I'm just dropping plates. So. Because I'm trying to cut this floor out. Because I'm going to need to put in, I'd say, 2. Yeah, I'd say 2. Refiners that I'd want down here. And then, we're gonna need a couple of large cargo containers accessible. Like, here's where the floor drops. So, from here, if we use a large cargo container, it does take interior plates, which I don't have any on me. We'd have to cut either the floor out or the ceiling out. I have no problems cutting the ceiling out. And we'll need some interior plates to make that work. But I only need like a couple of interior plates. I really don't need a bunch of interior plates. And it's 27, that'd be more than enough. Oh, come on, just get up there. There we go. Alright. Now, to put this down here, we're going to need more headroom.
Inventory full.
One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay, so we're gonna need to be wider and taller. Now for the industrial thing, these bad boys would want to go like this. Like that. But I think what I want to do, I'm gonna go wider here. One, two, three. And then we can, you know, pretty up the outside later. And 3. or in this case, fall down. Yeah. Let's get back up there. Pay attention to where our footing is. Because once we get this thing straightened out, we know what we're doing and where we're going. Because these are going to be like solid points. This is the edge of the building. So we know that. Okay. We're good there. Good there, we're good there.
Energy low.
It's fine. We have 3, now we see 3 on that. This is gonna be power. Won't give me air, but it'll give me power. I don't have to run down and back and forth so much. It's a little less of a nuisance to do this way. However, what I need to do is cut off the top. I gotta have room here. And we're gonna have to pipe in all the things. Ow. There we go. Okay, this section down here we know we're probably gonna keep all this as is. And we just need to cut out some more of this. So all this has got to go. Because we're moving the whole ceiling. Don't know how far or where we're moving it to. But we are moving the whole ceiling. Yeah, that's why I want that. Want that there. And then Yeah, let's do it this way. So that the points are up. I'll have to fix some of these from underneath. But it's okay. There. Alright. So now I just need to dig out the hole. So we can put in the next partial. We're gonna have to put some of this stuff together.
Inventory full.
Okay. No problem. One, two, this one here. Right? Yeah. So there's two large containers here to start with. It's gonna be so this will work nicely. That's useful. Oh, interior plates. Thank you. Beautiful. Now for this one, we want it to go that way. And this will take care of a lot of problems.
Energy low.
Bloody bad. Always slow on the uptake. But we're getting there. We're getting there redefined. It's a little after 11. But we're getting there. All of these things. Work. Right, because this needs to be cleared. And back one more. There we go. Now, card here, refiner. Okay, assembler, and then basic refinery now. We're gonna standard refinery. We're gonna build refiners. Right. You want to go right there, just like that. Now it's gonna have no room
Inventory full. Inventory
for efficiency modules. But I can work with that. There. That goes that way. The problem is, if we put it right, it's on that side. Which doesn't work well for this particular. Right, I have to do it face down. But remember, it doesn't matter as long as it fits. Okay, like I said, I can work with all this. Alright, let's go back to our crowd. Because, like, this one here, yeah, it's hanging out at the moment, but we'll put coverings on it and make it look pretty. So that it doesn't look like it is what it is. Not a big deal. So, we're going to continue remodeling this thing. And we're going to remodel this next week and see what we can get with it. But so far we've got refineries available or to be installed, assemblers to be installed, and the 2 cargo containers installed. Now we don't have oxygen tanks. We don't have. We'll need to get oxygen tanks. We'll need to get hydrogen tanks, and we'll need to pipe it all up, as well as bring the batteries in and the oxygen generators. we're gonna need a lifter. I might between now and next week build the lifter. So, look forward to that. That'll be a nice little quick video that I'll do. I decided to build it between now and then. So, I'll catch you next week and have a good night.